Tesla stocks tumbled approximately 3% during Tuesday's trading session. This came after Tesla founder Elon Musk doubted a potential deal with car rental giant Hertz on Twitter. The deal to supply 100,000 Tesla Model 3 electric vehicles to Hertz by the end of 2022 was announced last week. The $4.2 billion deal is being called the biggest rental car order for electric vehicles ever. The announcement propelled the company's market capitalization to $1 trillion for the first time. Stock prices later fell, though, after Mr. Musk revealed that no contract had been signed. However, the trillion-dollar valuation is the latest indication of how Tesla continues to disrupt the automotive market. Well, joining us now to provide some insight behind disruptive companies just like Tesla is Brendan Caldwell, director of Caldwell Securities Limited. Brendan, welcome back to Forum Daily.
So great to be here, Nima. Thank you.
So what exactly are disruptive companies, Brendan?
Well, for those of us that are around any length of time, like the last 5 years, but even longer, you've seen new technologies replace the way that business has always been done for a very long time. So whether it's the traditional car companies like General Motors and Chev, all of a sudden the hot new thing are these electric car companies, or whether it's a company like Hertz, where you've got the business of renting cars. I mean, you go to a new town, you rent a car, you drive, you return the car, of being outmaneuvered by Uber, which is a new way of getting around. And of course, that's disrupted the taxi business as well. So there's been an awful lot just in the transportation area that has disrupted the way things have always been done.
And considering electric vehicles themselves, we know this partnership is being called one of the biggest in the EV industry ever. But who are the real winners from these kinds of disruptive partnerships between Tesla and Hertz, for example?
Well, normally speaking, and the new technology company, in this case Tesla, is the longer-term winner. For a company like Hertz, which partnered with Uber, 4 or 5 years ago, it's a bit of a lifeline because it gives them relevancy in the new technology. But ultimately, the new technology company, Uber or in this case Tesla, is using the old technology as a platform to leverage themselves into a broader audience. So in this particular case, it's been very good for Hertz. The stock price has gone way up. It's been good for Uber potentially, good for Tesla. But I think ultimately Tesla is going to be the winner because Elon Musk at some point wants to bring in his robo-taxis, which will displace and disrupt both Uber and Hertz.
And it's interesting that Mr. Musk clarified that Hertz received no discount for purchasing so many vehicles. Considering the size of this order, Brendan, why do you think that is?
Well, because again, Hertz needs this. This is an important deal for Hertz. It helps them more than it helps Elon. It's a nice to have for Tesla, but not a must have. So, and again, 100,000 cars, it seems like a big number, but even for Tesla at the rate that they're going, this is not it may be the largest single order, but it's not large in the grand scheme of the number of cars they're making at this point.
Now, considering the largeness of this deal, Brendan, Tesla's market capitalization was pushed to over $1 trillion following the initial announcement. So what did this $1 trillion figure indicate about Tesla's impact on the automotive industry? Well,
it's big, obviously. It's being valued not as just a car company, but a disruptive technology company. And again, we sometimes have a hard time of thinking about that. There was a woman named Barbara Gray who wrote Secrets of the Amazon. And I'm going to put a shameless plug in for her because it's been very helpful in my own thinking. I even pulled up a couple of her books because we thought of Amazon a decade or more ago as a way of getting books. But books were really just the stepping off point to do something much bigger. And now if we flash forward to the present, Amazon dominates all of retail. So too is Tesla. It's not about electric cars. It's about the technology that'll dominate, to begin with, all of transportation. And then we see where we go from there. So it's not just about making cars, whereas GM and the other car companies are about making cars.
All right, Brendan Caldwell from Caldwell Securities Limited. Always great having you on the show. Thank you again for your time today.
Thank you, Nima, very much.